What's up, collective? This King Chocolate back in the mix. I'm about to bring y'all another reaction, you know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with zodiac signs, but I'm about to give you my reaction on something I seen yesterday and this morning. I think it's crazy, it's stupid, like a lot of things that's going on in the world. If this is If this is your first time seeing me, put it in the comment section. Let me know that you never seen me before. Let me know that you subscribe to my channel. The more you hit, the more you get. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you see this video, I would like for you to let me know how you like this reaction, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to tell you what you want to hear, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear as far as this reaction goes. There's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, but I'm going to react to a guy that worked at McDonald's, right? Was working the register, the drive-thru, whatever you want to call it. He had worked with a gun. He had worked with a pistol, you know what I'm saying? And this lady who had kids and another lady in the car waited over an hour for some McNuggets or McChicken, or I think it was nuggets. But this young man, cash register, young brother, decides to pull a gun on the woman, scaring her and her kids. He eventually got arrested. This guy's in jail now for doing something stupid like that. You know what I'm saying? It's wicked. I'm going to react to from the lady's point of view and this young man's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it was crazy. It should have never happened. And you would be surprised what's going on at work with these young kids that's working these drive-thrus and at these restaurants. Let's go.
You'll only see on Local 10 a woman sharing her story with us after she was held at gunpoint by a McDonald's employee.
She says a 1-year-old and a pregnant woman were also in the car at the time. And Local 10's Raj Lowe is live in Miami Gardens with this exclusive.
There was a 1-year-old and a pregnant lady in the car with her, just waiting on their McNuggets. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, now keep in mind, they waited over an hour for some nuggets. So you know she probably said, hey, hurry up, come on, let's go. He comes out with a gun and held him up at gunpoint. Let's go.
Sorry, Raj.
A wild story summed up this way: McTrouble at McDonald's. And get this, tonight, we're hearing from this woman who says she couldn't believe her eyes after waiting an hour for food. The employee, she says, coming out with a gun.
I told them, I said, listen, because we don't want to make McGriddles or McChicken, because this about to be a McGriddle at this McDonald's. I don't play them stuff games. This ain't that at all.
And it's a car full of women.
Women and children. What can we possibly do to you with a burger and some fries?
We broke the story Monday. A Miami Gardens McDonald's employee arrested for pulling a gun on a car full of women and a child. So you were waiting for a while.
Yeah, we was waiting for like over an hour.
Over an hour?
We stayed across the street.
Jane Timmons says they waited a long time, her pregnant daughter to some of the people in the car. And then this guy, Anthony Elliott, wouldn't give them their food, she says.
We looking at each other, me and my goddaughter looking at each other like, why are you upset? And he was like, I don't have to give you nothing. He was like, what you said? What you said? And we was like, are you serious? Like, what's really going on? So he clutched at his waist. I got on the phone with the cops. I said, this is going to go one of two ways. Miami Gardens Police Department, y'all need to get here to McDonald's because somebody for die.
Yes, ma'am. Elliott now facing the charges. And for this woman who already survived a shooting, she says she went into defense mode. And what goes through your mind at that?
He has a death wish.
So as you can see, they waited over an hour for their food, burgers and nuggets and fries, right? It's normal for a person to say, hey, what's taking so long? She said this young man told her, I ain't got to give you nothing. I ain't got to give you nothing. Goes outside. Remember, they sitting in the car in the drive-thru waiting on their food. He comes out, pulls a weapon out, and there's a 1-year-old a pregnant woman and her in this car. This guy was a coward and he was a punk. He was angry. But I'm gonna get my reaction in a minute. Check this out.
He must have it there. It's gotta be a suicide because there's no way that I'm gonna allow you to do anything bodily harm to mine.
All over McNuggets.
All over McChicken.
Chicken.
He must want to have a Mac funeral to put my kids in harm's way. And that's a problem for me. I'm not that type of girl. I'm not that type of woman, and I'm not the type of parent.
All right, like I said, a wild story. So this woman you saw there in the story several years ago, she was actually shot. So when she was in that car and there was this whole argument, she thought that she was going to go through this again. She says, you know what? I was going to do whatever it takes to defend my children and her goddaughter. And once again, all over food. We're live this afternoon in Miami Gardens. I'm Rosh Lowe, Local 10 News.
You see that? They in Miami Gardens. All her and those kids and her goddaughter wanted to do was get them a McChicken and some fries. You know what I'm saying? This guy. Now here's my reaction. Supervisors and managers should have a policy of if you bring in bags and guns to work, the people should know about it. Now he's in jail. I seen another article where he was talking soft in court to the judge. Yes, Your Honor, but he pulled a gun at his place of work, so he obviously didn't want that job. He obviously had anger issues, but I'm trying to figure out where was his parents at. I know you don't know everything your kid's doing because this was a teenager, young boy, but if he had proper parents, I really believe that he ain't gonna go to work and mess his job up bringing a gun to work. So he already had in his head, he gonna go off on somebody. Somebody gonna get it pulled on him, you know what I mean? He didn't use it. Now, this woman and different people can pull up on him and say, yeah, that guy, when he get out, and say, yeah, he the one did this and did that. He ain't gonna remember him. Remember, he in jail now. He facing time. There was a child in the car, a pregnant woman and another lady. Now, one man was in the car. Even if it was, they still don't make it right for a guy to come outside and say, I ain't got to give y'all's McChicken and pull a gun on him. His finger could have pulled the trigger and something bad could have happened to the pregnant woman or the child or the other lady. The sad thing about it is the mother who was waiting, she had been shot previously. So when she seen that gun, she was like, dang, here we go again. This time I got to protect my kids because they're in the car. The last time she got shot, she was in the car by herself, probably in some wrong neighborhood or something. But number one, she waited a whole hour and more. She said over an hour. I believe her. I mean, look at these restaurants all around the country. They terrible. They hiring kids. They hire anybody. Some of them say to me, no speak no English. They shouldn't be working. They should be deported. You know what I'm saying? It takes a coward to pull a pistol while you at work and saying, I ain't got to give you nothing. After an hour waiting, looked like he was saying, I'm sorry, ma'am. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you some extra chicken and stuff for the kids and everything like that. You know what I mean? No, he says, I ain't got to give you nothing. That's telling me you ain't got to be a rocket scientist to know this boy had an attitude problem and an anger issue. And he had in his head, if somebody messed with him that day, he was going to up his gun. Now, he didn't use it. What if this lady, because you heard her say, I'm going to do whatever I got to do to protect mine. What if she pulled hers out and used it on him? She would have been justified because he put their life in danger. She wasn't going to do no jail time, trust me. I believe in Florida it's open carry anyway. I'm almost 100% sure that I'm right about that. But I think that's despicable and stupid. It's wild and it's weird. If you have a teenager working and they leaving out of the house with a bag, you should check it. Those your children. If it's a nephew or niece, check it. For you supervisors and employers, you'll be surprised what's in a locker. You'll be surprised who got a strap on them. And it's sad because that could have ended up real, real bad. You know what I mean? My reaction is that should have never happened. It was no reason for that nonsense. None. Bring a weapon to work and say, hey, if somebody mess with me, it's on, I'm pulling it. But he didn't use it. When he get out, whenever he do, that woman probably never forget his face. And that's a danger he in, because he might be at the mall shopping and they say, you know what, now's our turn to pull it on him, but we gonna use it. See what I'm saying? What you put out will come back to you, is what I'm saying, you did. That's pitiful. These youngsters have lost their minds. They think it's a joke. The parents let them do it. The supervisors don't care. The government don't care. The pastors don't care. If you have a child, I stress it all the time to my chokeaholics and anybody that meet me. Keep your eyes on your kids. They out of. It's ridiculous what they're doing. More than that, but tell me what y'all think about it. A person going to work, fast food joint. He wasn't a security guard at a club. He was flipping and distributing orders. You know what I'm saying? But tell me what y'all think about a bozo coming to work with a gun and pulling on a lady with kids in the car and women in the car. I think it's bogus and stupid. I would give him life. If it was me, I would give him life. Just so him and his stupid mother and father, whoever raised him, can see that anybody else do this crap, it's going to be a harsh penalties. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to slap him on the wrist because they want him to get out and do something crazy, because it's called population control. See? Had that lady did him and ended him, it would have been population control. The coroner would have came, cleaned him up, put him in a bag, and got him on up out of there. That's one less stupid bozo that they got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe that that's how they think, then you in denial, you a racist, and you stupid. It is what it is. But, no matter where you work, at a factory, if you bring in a pistol, they said never touch it unless you're ready to use it. He had it on him the whole time he at work, flipping burgers and distributing money to the people. And he gets mad and say, I ain't got to give you nothing. Pulls a gun. The kid could have had a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? That kid could have had a heart attack. The lady could have had a heart attack. The other lady could have went in labor. You know what I'm saying? See, he wasn't thinking about that. But if they give him 50, 60, 70 years, he'll have a long time to think about, I was just going to work, flipping burgers, and dumping salt on fries. I got mad, pulled a gun on some women and a baby. I say get them boy life. If it's your kids doing it, they deserve to be life in prison or deported, one way or the other. My name is King Chocolate. That was sick. It was disgusting. It was a tragedy. I want all my chocoholics that see this video to comment about what you think about this foolishness. Thank you very much. Like, comment, share, subscribe. The more you hit, the more you get. If you need a one-on-one session and you want some prophetic messages, you email me and I'll book you right away. My name is King Chocolate, baby. I got on purple and yellow, purple and yellow, purple and gold. You heard me? Gold, orange juice, and I'm out of here, baby, baby. Uh-huh.